What's up, guys? Bass Quest Fishing Charters here, over here at Talking Tackle. I'm getting ready for a trip, and I've run into a little bit of an issue. And it's something that happens very commonly when you're rigging up spinning rods and other reels with new line on it. So I wanted to go ahead and take you guys through this because it's an easy fix if you run into this issue. What happened here is I ran out of braid on my spool of braid, and I've got a bunch of fluorocarbon on here because I tried to run like an extra long leader of 7-pound sunline here, but I'm just not liking the way it's casting. I still don't even have enough line on there. So what you can do, instead of pulling all this out in the yard or just starting over, is just grab you an extra reel that's laying around. I've just got this bait caster here with 80-pound braid. It's one of my swim bait rods. Tie your line to it, and then just go ahead and reel this up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that right now. I've reeled all the fluorocarbon that I had onto here, and here's an important step. So here's the braid, there's the knot right there. You wanna take this and look at your spool right there. That gives me a basic measurement for where I'm at and how much braid I need to put on. So now I'm gonna take the braid off that I've got on here now, and I'm gonna look at it again. So I have an idea of how much backer I need to add in order for this braid, which is the braid I want, this 10-pound, to get far enough outside to the edge of the spool where I can use it effectively. Now I've got the braid that was on the spinning reel on here, and I'm down to my original backing material. I can look at this and I can see I only had about an 1/8 inch of braid on there, so I really need to add an 1/8 inch of braid and then add my braid that I want here on top of that, and then I should have exactly what I need. All right, here we go. Now I've got this tied onto here. This is the backing braid that I decided to use. When I'm wanting to tie closer to the end, especially when I've got light line like this 10-pound braid that's on here, I want to have a line diameter that's similar for that backing. So if I went with like 20-pound mono or something like that, and I tried to tie it to this, I would have a really big knot. And you don't want that because that can foul up your braid on here, because you know, a full spool of this 10 pounds, so maybe 100 yards of it, really doesn't take up a whole lot of space on this spool right here. And so what will happen is you'll end up ticking that knot. So by going with a smaller braid, or maybe like a 6-pound test mono or something smaller diameter, when I tie this connector knot or blood knot right here, what'll happen is I've got a small knot that's not going to interfere with me making a really long cast, because the reason why we use this small diameter line is that we want to cast really far. So now all I got to do is spool up about 1/8 of an inch worth of this braid, which I love this braid, by the way. It's 23-pound test, but it's like pretty much the same diameter of about your standard 12-pound braid. Awesome stuff. Here we are. We've got this backer braid spooled up to the right amount to where our little 1/8 of an inch or so of our actual braid main line that we want will be perfect. Now I want you guys to look at this connection knot. Look how small, oh, I can't even get it to zoom in, there we go. Look how small that connection knot is. That is gonna keep us from having any issues on a long cast. So here we go, I'm gonna go ahead and spool this on. All right, there's my leader material. I've already got myself an FG knot tied onto this leader material because I knew I was gonna end up doing this. And if you look at this spool, we got roughly a 1/16 of an inch, which I found, you know, some spinning reels, you can see on Shimano's, it's got a beveled edge right here. So getting closer to the edge of the spool tends to work on these Vanfords right here, but a lot of different spinning wheels that don't have a beveled edge like that, sometimes it's better to get like within 1/8 of an inch or so. But in this case, that's exactly what I want. So now all I gotta do is reel up a little bit of leader line, probably around 20 feet, because I like a little bit longer leader, especially when I'm rocking, you know, 7-pound or 5-pound fluorocarbon. And I will be ready to get out there and kick some tail. All rigged up and ready to go. We got the little 3.5 cast echo on this ball head with a sickle hook. I cannot remember the brand of this bad boy, but I'm probably gonna link it below. You can actually pick them up over here at Talking Tackle, but that right there is a bad little hook right there. Be super fun for all these schooling fish. So when I'm done punching and frogging, pick this bad boy up and go to work. We are ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, that's a great tip. I know it's going to help you when you're doing your rigging and stuff like that, keep you from making mistakes and save you some money. Anyway, I hope this week finds you out on the water, guys, and I'll catch you there.